And now, Bottom Split Theatre.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a Week 13 edition of Bottom Split Theater. Our first race tonight is going to be the MX5 Cup at Lime Rock Park. It's going to be a quick 10-minute race. My name is Michael Derby. I'm your host tonight. In the booth with us tonight is Alex Albert and David Haynes. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello.
Well, let's go ahead and toss it up to them. Take it away, guys.
All right. So, how you doing tonight, Mr. Haynes?
Feeling good. Looking forward to watching this race. Got a big grid of 19 cars. Normally we only see 12 cars, but week 13 means big grids, means big action. So I'm excited.
Yeah. So let me run you down through the field here. We'll cover the top 10, and if we have time, we'll get everyone a set of time. So Michael Paul is your pole sitter. Starting next to him will be Adam Kolsar. In the second row will be Adam Ross Levy and Ken Ellert. In the third row will be Larry Vinsek and Corey Driggers. Starting on the fourth row will be Corey Chester and Michael Haynes. On the fifth row, Matt Kirby and Reynaldo Caldana. The sixth row will be Brandon Owens, and then of our drivers to not set a time, Randall D. Johnson, Stephen Adcock, Johnny Lake, Jay Steffi, a Bottom Split Theater reoccurring character, Dylan Wooslaw, Pete Boyle, who we still having quite a bit of trouble in qualifying, Ron Hamill, and Augusto Enrique. So have as much as 50 seconds to go, but I think the boys will get on the grid before that. See a couple empty spots still. So we'll keep ready here for the lights.
Yeah, two things to note there. One, we've got a big gap between our first and second place and the rest of the field. And also, Pete Boyle, very thankful that his team brought the spare car this weekend because he did write one off in qualifying and was not able to set a time. Who's your eye on for this one, Alex?
I think that I'm going to go with Adam Kolsar. I think that I know it's a bit of cherry picking to take the one car, but I think he's going to have the pace to do it, and I think he's going to be able to outwit our pole sitter of Michael Paul. 3 seconds. I think we're going to have someone starting from the pits. Yes, we do. Engines up, and they're at green. They're away. All right, the outside line there. Adam Kolsar getting a good jump. Able to get alongside there, Michael Paul, as they make the run down in here into turn one. Paul able to pull out ahead as they start to work single file. Oh, and Pete Boyle making contact a little farther back there. Looks like the rest of the field is able to mostly get through without any damage. Oh, some more contact further back just in front of Pete, but this time Pete wasn't involved.
Yeah, my relative Michael Haynes strewn across the track there. He's back on and going, but I can't get a good look at his car to see if it's all right.
Yeah, Johnny Lake was the guy that decided to start in the pits, and it's worked out for him. He's already managed to catch the back of the field, but we have a great battle up front as Adam Kolsar is taking the fight to Michael Paul through the kink at the top of the hill. Oh no, that's the last corner. Sorry, my bad. Now we're down the main straight here. This is the primary passing zone here into turn one. Don't think he's quite close enough this time.
Yeah, Michael Paul goes to the inside, shows a nose, but sensibly doesn't throw it all the way up there. He's just getting in the head of his opponent.
Yeah, Michael Haynes, the 11 car, going for a ride there off the last corner.
That's where we saw Pete Boyle come to some grief during qualifying as well. So obviously, rather tricky corner. You got to carry some speed through there, but if you get a wheel out on the dirt, well, we see what can happen.
Yeah, very tough to keep it pointed in the right direction when your tires are in the grass. All right, so now we're back up here with the leader. We see same situation, Michael Paul being hassled by Adam Kolsar. Both of them keeping it pretty tidy there on the last corner.
I think Kolsar doing the right thing. He's applying a bit of pressure, but he's not overdriving the car. He's just being in the mirrors of the leader and hoping that that'll be enough in this 10-minute race.
Yeah, very short race. Not really time to, settle in. This is more of what we would consider like a qualifier race even. So really got to get out there, get going right away. No time to settle in. All right, let's get back to let's go check out 8th, 9th, and 10th. Got a really good battle going on back here. Looks like the aforementioned Pete Boyle is up into the 8th position. Behind him,
yeah, Reynaldo Cordana has Augusto Henriquez for company. A black car and a white car, bit of ebony and ivory there, but Augusto Henriquez loses some momentum and Reynaldo Cordana gets a bit of a break and gets away.
Yeah, the Brazilian.
Reynaldo Cordana gets it all wrong in the last corner and he lands on his side. The track drops away very sharply there in towards the last corner, and I think that weight shift has caught him off guard. Car's gotten fishtail, and he just could not hold onto it for that roller coaster.
And the one car in that amount of time while we were away at the replay was able to get around our leader. So we've had a change at the front. The 13's now in 2nd position, trying to close it back down here.
They've gotten past and set a lap down to Jay Steffi. Maybe that's where it happened, passing traffic.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic there on that lap. A lot of traffic coming out of the pits. Didn't affect the leaders so much in turn 1 as it did 2nd or 3rd and 4th. They just bad timing.
Pete Boyle very sensibly gets out of the way on the main straight and lets our leaders through, Adam Colsar and Michael Paul.
So, and the car stopped there in turn 3. Not sure what's going on there, but our leader not able to get away from Michael Paul. Michael Paul showing why he was the pole sitter.
And there was less than 1/10 of a second in the qualifying times between these two. So if that's the form, these are some very closely matched drivers.
Yeah, the two of these guys had a second on the rest of them. So I don't think it's any surprise that they've been able to pull away. We see a really close 3-way battle, though, a little farther back with Corby, Driggers, and Boyle. Side by side here. As Pete Boyle making a move, going in the last corner. And he makes it stick. That allows the car in front of Matt Corby to get away a bit, as he's going to deal with a flasher here into turn 1.
Matt Corby goes a bit deep into the first turn, and now Pete Boyle is right on him. Maybe he was a bit thrown off by that ghost car. Oh, Pete Boyle goes for the inside in turn 3.
Can he make his
left-hander on the track?
Wow, I thought there was definitely going to be contact there, but they both were very smart about it and avoided it. Pete Boyle with a great run, though, here down the straightaway. Coming into the uphill right-hander. I don't think Corby's going to be able to hold him off. Almost, though, but Pete Boyle...
Another difficult corner. Cars get light at the crest of the hill there, but Pete Boyle and Matt Kirby hold on to it. Pete Boyle getting a bit of the inside curb, and now this last corner with the drop down and then the peak back up. We saw that catch him out during qualifying. Matt Corby in the dirt. Wow, lucky to hold on to that one. That's where Pete Boyle came to grief in qualifying.
Well, I think that's going to allow Corey Driggers to get up into Matt Corby's space. Hopefully, we can see a little bit of a better battle here. Oh, and Driggers follows Corby wide. I think that was a prime opportunity to make up a half a second as Pete Boyle runs wide off of turn 2. Oh, I think we have a spinner up ahead.
That's Adam Ross Levy in the Castrol Mazda gets it all wrong on the grass. 360 and then some, and the rejoin does not go well. Finds himself parked. Crunch. Finds himself parallel on the track, and well, that was inevitable. That was a poor rejoin, and
yeah, nothing Corey Chester could have done there. Corey Chester lifted and got on the brakes, but it just wasn't enough. Oh, and contact up here with the Pete Boyle group. Matt Corby just got into the lapper. Can we get a replay of that, Booth? Yeah, the lapper could have probably tracked out a little farther there, but it is the job of the overtaking car's responsibility to make a clean pass, and Adam Ross Levy got a bit of his own medicine there with Corby pulling out on the track right in front of him. Corby's car much worse damage than Adam Ross Levy, and he's not even able to keep it pointed in the right direction. I'd maybe tow it from there, buddy.
Yeah. And up at the lead, Adam Colzar has extended a 2.5 second advantage on Michael Paul. Or maybe, 2.5 seconds now. But between those two, they have extended a huge lead over the rest of the pack. The win at the moment looks like it's between those two with 2 laps to go now as the leader crosses the line.
Yeah, and everyone's favorite Pete Boyle standing on the final step of the podium right now. So let's run through the field. We have 2 to go. We have Colsar, your leader. Back from him, 2.5 seconds, is Paul. A further 15 seconds back is Boyle, then Driggers, maybe 2 seconds back off of that. Randall Johnson. This is a good battle here. We got Johnson and Chester. Chester got into one of the cars that had spun in front of him a minute ago. But it looks like the 7-car Chester might be able to make up some time here on Johnson, but the lapper is getting in the way here. Brandon Owens. Sure, they want him to just move on over.
Corey Chester, the driver that collided with Levy earlier.
Adam Ross Levy, yeah.
So a very tough front end on his car that he's continuing, and it doesn't look to be affecting his suspension or handling. He might be missing a little bit of power, and we'll see if that engine overheats as he gets a bit loose over that crest. The lap car in front of him not making it easy. Let's see if he can get a run on the main straight into the first turn. Sits in the draft. Will he go to the inside? He does go to the inside. How brave on the brakes? Brave enough? Oh, maybe not quite.
No. All right, and back up at the front, coming to see the checkered flag, is your leader and tonight's winner, Adam Colsar. Adam brings it down to the line here, and he's your winner, Adam Colsar. Now across the line, Michael Paul. Let's go back even further to Pete Boyle. Pete Boyle coming through the last turn here. Pete carrying a lot of speed down the line. He will be your final podium finisher tonight. A little further back.
You called it
last
right.
corner.
Adam Colsar managed to move into the lead, and he's won that. And Pete Boyle, a great recovery from a poor qualifying session to get on the podium in the spare car.
Yeah, that just shows why you never know what's going to happen here in racing, and you always need to be prepared. Pete Boyle's crew was prepared today with a backup car, and he showed that obviously that first car just wasn't any good. He was able to get it done with this backup.
Yeah, up 13 spots from where the officials put him on the grid. So that looks like our biggest mover, and I'm going to give him the David Haynes Big Mover Award.
Well, I think that's great. Maybe we can even get a sponsor for that award next week. Maybe like the X-Lax Power Mover of the Race Award or something. But thanks again for everyone for tuning in. We will be back with an oval race in just about 10 minutes. So tune back in then. We will be at Thompson with the street stocks. So catch you in a little bit.
In a moment.